Welcome to the Metal Prognosis. My name is Lee, and on today's video we are looking at the Audio Assault's VST plugin, ReAmp Studio. Now, Audio Assault have done some really cool stuff in the past with their VST plugins and their digital stuff, so I'm really keen to see how this one's going to go. In saying that, let's start setting stuff up and start having some fun. Okay, so I've got a session set up here ready to go. So here's one I did in another video, so it's kind of already set up and ready to rock. So what I'm going to do is take out the vocals because we don't want them being distracting. Now, I've taken out the previous VSTs I had for here, so at the moment, if I solo the guitars, we get that really interesting, just clean, bland guitar signal coming through. So let's see if we can make that really cool. So I've got a left and right here. So how I normally approach this is I will take, say, this track here, put it in the center, and then mute that one. So I've just got that one there going. And then we go, let's add this ReAmp Studio. So here it is. Let's see what we've got. So firstly, let's run through it all. We have a stomp box section. So this is a lot like their other stuff, which is nice because I understand that setup. Standard pack. So, all right, there's possibilities they might be adding more packs to it. So I've got a bunch of different overdrives here. I like the novelty of the little names they did, like the tube screener instead of the 808, tube screamer 9. High gain, we got the rad instead of the rat. Yeah, really cool. And I like how the pitches are slightly like the originals too. Because they're clones and they're digital versions of it, it's nice to know if that's your sound and that's what you want, you can easily get to it and identify it, which is pretty cool. So yeah, lots of different distortions, lots of different boosts. We'll turn it off at nothing at the moment. They're all the same. Yep, so you can just chain them as much as you like, so that's pretty cool. I didn't want you to play. Amp section. All right, once again, different packs. So yeah, possibility for more stuff in the future here. We have solid states. I was about to say the Line 6 Spider Insane setting, which was very popular in the early 2000s, but my dyslexia kind of put all those letters back where they originally would be. And I find that very funny. Yeah, that's once. I like how they've categorized it too in a different type of styles. And as much as not a huge fan of clean, I like there's a clean option here. So you can, if you want to really utilize either your own pedals that you do have, or the digital ones they have here in the stomp section, in the overdrive or distortion section, mainly distortion, not really overdrive, the distortion section with the clean, that could be really interesting and cool too. So yeah, there's lots here. I like it. All right, so let's just go for, I don't know where to start. We'll just start there because we need to start somewhere. All right, the picture changes. That's cool. I like that. We've got the different cabs here, heaps of different cabs. And the effects, where, yeah, a graphic equalizer, which is always good. Delay, reverb, chorus, the usual post stuff, which is, yeah. So let's start seeing what this has to offer. That's cool. So the first thing I like to check is the presence and the depth to see how they really react frequently wise to it all. All right, I'm going to turn off those other ones so that when they come in, they're not going to get that little whiny tone like we just heard there. Because they don't have any amps or anything plugged into them and it sounds a little bit not good. All right, I'm just going to run through a few of these just to get a quick taste of them. Not all of them, but some. sounding really cool. Yeah, they're sounding very different, which I like, which is what you want. You want variety and you want different options. But to try avoiding, that's a cool picture. And it's also kept my settings going across, which is really cool. So when you change amp heads, it doesn't reset at all. I like the little EQ curve the thing got there. Wouldn't mind if they put the actual what frequencies they were dealing with, but first world problems really. Now, different cabs. So what would be cool is just try and add one now. Let's just see how easy it is to do. Documents. I'm just going to go here because I've got heaps. There we are. This is by SMG, the YouTube channel. They did that there, which is cool. So let's run through a few of these. So firstly, really cool how I like how they've just given it quick nicknames so you get a chance to really, bit of a heads up on what it might be. So let's just run through a few of these. And they've also given you a chance to blend the two as well. So if you had two, there's heaps of really cool ones here. Once again, mixing and matching them up, you get different results and they sound cool. So let's see how easy it is to bring this in. Well, it showed it straight away. And hopefully it should be loaded. All right, so we've got a light and a dark one here. So let's try blending them. All right, so it comes up there, and we bring A, B in. So let's listen to it with the two different mics set up. So it looks like it's from the same cabinet, but just different microphones. Okay, got the same ones. You need to go back on the 57. So there you go. You can find your nice blend there between how much deep you want compared to how much brightness you want or high-end cut through. So that's pretty cool. So we'll just leave it there for now. Actually, no, let's not leave it there. Let's experiment more. So now, how I normally like to do it and the kind of recommended way is the backwards and forwards notion, which sounds a bit anti-productive, but it isn't. Because now we've got the cabs that sound really cool. Now we want to hear how these amps sound to those cabs that we already had. So let's just quickly do that. Try a bit of crunch. This gives us 0 crunch. I mean, it could be really cool matching it up with a pedal or something. But yeah, from what they give there, it gives some high gain stuff. So just a little bit more of an insight on how I like to approach things. So if I was working on this as a mixing project, which I kind of am for this video, What I would do now is if I think this is sounding pretty rad, is I would add the bass in to see how they'll blend together and see if they clash or just see how they talk to each other. So yeah, not too bad. We'll come back. Try to... It's not sounding too bad. So let's do the next test. Hopefully this picks up on my screen grab here. So if we go up here to where the ReAmp is, hold Alt and we push it across to the next guitar. So hopefully that's copied across everything. So now we can bring in these two guitars and we will stereo them and see how it sounds. Very cool. Very cool. All right, I'm just going to put this in fast forward mode. I'm going to go through and just fine tune it a little bit, and then we'll come back for a quick little listen to, have a little chat about what I did, and then my final thoughts. So bear with me. Okay, now ready to have a quick playthrough, and I'll quickly run through what I changed and what I found, which I thought was pretty interesting. So firstly, Stompbox, we've got the booster here, just running it pretty hot. Amp, we've got the PV with a decent amount of presence and depth to it, and a little bit of pre-EQ. Now the cabs, I saw they had, see if I can go back a little. Go back here. It had flex cabs in here, which came with the actual plugin. And here we had a metal pack, and I was like, well, that's the one I've got to choose. And yeah, went through these and had some pretty cool ones. So I found I think that's a Vox AC30. I think that's what that's meant to represent. And that sounded really cool. And I added a bit of post EQ it just to give it a little bit more boost and body to it. And this is what it sounds like. I put a lot of delay on that. And just to go in just before the chorus, just to see how you can really give the characteristics that you need for the journey of the song. So going into a nice, soft type of picking notion into kind of really pushing it and slamming it more from a playing perspective and performing perspective. So there we have it. Like, it's sounding pretty cool and pretty neat. Like all things, we can always push things more and always do a little bit more backwards and forwards, but just as a quick little demonstration, and I was really keen to see what we could do with this program as well. There we have it. So let me do my final thoughts right here and save me having to set up the camera and redo it all again. Look out, guitar. So that was lots of fun. The fact that you could take it somewhere, and we did try some third-party IRs, but what they had in there was actually really impressive and pretty high quality, which is really good in some of these plugins, because I have noticed with some of the other ones, especially the cheaper ones, you don't even bother about looking at their cab options. You just go straight to your third-party IRs, because they're the ones that really shine and really help shape the tone. But what they've actually got in here, and I'm glad I got to pick something straight in the box, so to speak, or within the program, to see how far I can really go. And I was very impressed by the quality. And as I said, there's definitely more we can try and go through, which I probably will. I'll probably do another video where we try to utilize some of its distortion pedals to see if we can do some gain staging and get a little bit more brutal tones out of it to see how far we can take it, and try and make it gent as well. So we'll pull out the 7-string and see how that goes. I was really happy that we got to put the SMG IRs there as well to really see how the program reacts to blending both of them, and it was very, very seamless. So yeah, there it is, the Audio Assault ReAmp Studio. And I'm really keen to see too, as we saw at the start, if there's going to be any more packs too they do offer with more amp heads or pedals or other different things. So definitely keen for that, because the one thing that was missing from here that I couldn't see, and I might have missed it, correct me if you have used this and you have seen it, I didn't see any flanger or phaser pedals in there. So they had a lot of chorus, tremolo, compressors, reverbs, delays, but none of those two, which is not the end of the world. There's plenty of other plugins you can do to put it beforehand, or actually get, I'm just grabbing this pedal as an example. It's a pedal. This isn't a flange pedal, but grab an actual physical item to use if you really wanted to as well. So there's definitely plenty of workarounds, and the fact that you can do so much just within one program is very cool. So I think I'll wrap it up there. That was lots of fun. So thank you very much for joining me in this little adventure in trying it out to see how it all works. And I thoroughly look forward to chatting with you next time. And until then, please stay safe.